we've got a childcare site earmarked for you.
Yes, we're in.
Welcome to Future Focus. Voices leading change.
Right, boys, good to get this one going. First off, Courtney and I really want to thank you guys. Right from the get-go, this has unequivocally been the easiest build we've done. And not only does this open up a huge opportunity for us in terms of clear partnership with Te Manawa Whānau, but the professionalism that's been delivered in this project has been awesome. So a huge mihi from Courtney and I and the rest of the Future Focus team for such an amazing job. So we're here with Mark Fraser-Jones, my old mate from St Paul's, and Mike Luapama. Why don't you give us a quick intro about who you are and what you do? We'll start with you, Mike.
Cool. Well, I'm Mike Luapama. Worked with Venture Developments, worked for us for nearly 11 years. Started off as a builder here, moved from Wellington, and then just worked my way through to project manager and now development manager.
Yeah, and Wellington means Hurricanes fan.
Hurricanes, Arisa there, everything. Karifi now though.
Karifi, yeah. Yep, sweet.
G'day, Ray. Yep, my name is Mark. I'm the owner of Venture Developments, or one of the owners. There's two of us that own it. And it's been a pleasure to reunite with Ray after so many years. I first met Ray 2000,
yeah, 99, yeah.
At St Paul's. And as most things in life, it doesn't work out in a linear fashion. It's come in a big circle, and just found out that Ray's done 160 podcasts. This is my first one, so he's a bit of a pro at this. But I just wanted to share something just to show the character of Ray. I've only known Courtney a short time, but I'm sure she's much the same. But I remember in 2000 on our school rugby trip to Australia. I don't know if you remember this, Ray, but we'd had a big night out with the opposing team, and I can't remember, it might have been in Bathurst. Yeah. And we had a huge night on the Terps, and I was billeting with you, and I was the small white guy at the private school, and you were the big Maori guy from Tokoroa, and you'd turned up and taken my spot in the first 15 starting spot, so I was now a reserve. So I thought I'd better behave like it. So I got more drunk than you.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
And I remember me and you, we piled in with our billet to go home, or back to his place. And about halfway home, it was quite a long car ride, and I started throwing up out the window. And I was sick the whole way back. And it was probably one of the most embarrassing moments of my life. And the next morning, you woke me up early, and you're like, don't worry, Mark, go on, we'll go for a run. And me and you went for a jog for about half an hour or something. Came back and gave me a pat on the back, and I thought, shit, this guy, he's a good man. He looked after me. So it was really good to be a part of this with you now, mate, and carry on with the Future Focus journey. So
I do. You know what? I don't know whether to bring those stories up, but I do remember that sort of stuff. As
remember
some real bonds built over the beers. And in saying that, I think that's probably the spirit that we've really felt when dealing with you guys, and obviously what Venture Developments are doing in the community as a company that really, like even boys, I love walking in and seeing your guys' values just boom straight out in front of everyone. I love that stuff that appeals to us. But we're in the West Dune development. It's really ticking along, and what has been tough financial times, we understand.
Yeah.
But here we are.
Yeah, here we are, and it's ticking along pretty nicely, Mark?
Yeah, look, the development's been a bit of a slow burn. We've had this piece of land for probably 5 or 6 years now, and it's obviously a pretty built-up residential sort of growing area in Papamoa, but being able to team up with Future Focus and do it, build the childcare next to the primary school, it's been huge for the development. It gives it a real anchor and gives really a bit of heart to the little community that we're building here. So it's been a real centrepiece of the development. It's a good looking building.
It's stunning. Yeah, it's stunning. And Mike, you think back to some of our early catch-ups about it, few Steinlager grenades to talk through and iron out some details. But because would we say Venture a real big commercial builder in that sense, or has this been a real learning curve for Venture? Because you guys have actually nailed it. Like the amount of people that have said to us, this is stunning, and not just people in childcare.
Yeah.
Like so Courtney's old man, he just loves it, and he's built a lot of commercial buildings. Yeah. He loves it. He just thinks, whoa, these guys have knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, I think, going back to the values, you bring that into any build you do, whether it be commercial or a home for someone, So I feel like this is more just of a bigger scale, scale for it. So I think we still have that same values and the care and still goes into all of it,
Yeah, and even some of the finish on Caleb's, you can't see him, but he's sitting there in the background there. But some of the finish in terms of is all great, but it's actually the comms and that seems to just flow beautifully. And in terms of an execution piece, and timing and everything, it's just, again, like I said, it's been the easiest thing we've done. And in that setting, we look back at some of the things. So what is it with some of your comms, and how do you bring out the bit, like with Caleb and the team? Because obviously I feel like we've just gone straight to him after dealing with you guys. What does that look like in leadership?
It's something that we've found that we always work in, Mark, with that sort of the communication. I think it's always important for us as obviously managers dealing with clients with homes. Every little step of the way, they're going to want to know what their baby is doing, and it's easy to be able to deliver that. It's small bites of information, but it is massive to the homeowner. So we just brought that same concept to here,
Yeah.
And I'll just butt in there and say, you talk about values and communication being a huge one, and I think it all starts from the planning phase, and you talk about a few steinies and a bit of planning. We've been real lucky that we've actually, special shout out to Martin Galloway, who's our head designer at Venture, and old school bogan from Moronsall, but he actually has designed a few of these in the past, and he brought a lot of knowledge and understanding right from the get-go.
Saw back or not.
And that's right.
Carrying the team there.
I was so proud of him. He could barely walk when I first got over there. By the time we got to the end of the project, he was walking free. So I don't know if that was because of the project leadership or what was going on there. He's done a wicked job.
He did, and he led that from the start. And then, I guess flowing from that, it makes everything easier if you're planning right at the start. And we've been lucky that guys like Mike and Caleb, but particularly Mike's been with us for 10 years now, Mike? 11 years. And he's come through started off as a builder, and he's progressed his way into project management and now development management. And you can't buy that sort of that passion, and they live the values that we talk about. It's not just an imported product. It's coming up through the grades and.
And there's the synergies with Future Focus. We're really proud that we've developed all our leaders through. And our new CEO, Ashley, she's come right through the grades, and now we've got a new wave of leaders coming through. And again, that's the irony in what has been coming back into a relationship with Mark, that a lot of that alignment still lives. We do want to get out and just go for a jog and shake it off for the next morning.
No throwing up this time, mate.
The crack up thing is, and now it sparks my memory. Mr. Pennier, he was like, what did you guys get up to? So this is one of our coaches. What did you guys get up to last night? I was like, oh, no, we just been and had a bit of a catch up, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, oh, yeah. Bob doesn't look very good. And it was someone else got a bit toasted. And I go, nah, it's all right, sir. All in the mind, the body's fine. The rest is all bullshit. We went for a jog. He's like,
yeah.
That's on the back.
So good,
if you asked me to go for a jog today after a big night, no, they ain't that big. Yeah. So moving forward into some of the conversations around, because I'd love to know, because I actually think you guys have done an immense job in this space. But what I want to know is, like, in that, when you're deciding on design with your teams and things like that, how do you still keep what's needed? And I hate saying that, like council, that sort of shit, creed, numbers, figures, while still executing on something like this? Because I'll be honest, it does look as good as one of our other sites, and in fact better. Yeah. How did you still keep that flair and conversation going and achieving such a beautiful product while still making sure it's actually a viable thing. Because if it's not viable, then it doesn't get built, right?
It doesn't
And we've
work.
just had a conversation about these sorts of things.
I think the easy one there is like working within with you guys, you know, and kind of going, here's what we think, you know, we deliver, and then with your team, working with you, Courtney, and your team, and going, what do you need here, you know, and really going, what you know, is this fit for purpose for your team, for the kids? And, you know, is this going to be a building that the kids are going to be and the team want to be in for 9 hours a day, you know? And we really leaned on your experience for that, you know? We can create the rooms to the size that you want, but as long as it's fit for what you guys are wanting to achieve. Then,
And that's been probably the best part is you guys listen.
Yeah.
Actually, that's what I've really, Courtney and I both appreciate the listening, because we have met people and they, you know, I just... Up, man, like just listen. We just want you to do this, you know. I
think like in terms of a viability, it's been easy because you know we've decided on a plan, we've got the price, everyone's happy, but then we've got two willing parties who are trying to achieve the same thing, which is a beautiful daycare, and so because we're we're working with people that we want to work with, and vice versa, it makes the communication open and easy, and you know allows us to get on and do our job, but also, you know, it allows you to, give input freely. So, we're all on the same page. So it's actually been pretty straightforward, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's been pretty easy.
And certainly, I mean, I think people underestimate the value of having a childcare across the road from a school.
Yeah.
You know, like people are busy, and the serving like the school's amazing and they're doing great things. Shane and them are doing amazing things over there. But you want to make the circle as tight as possible to help families, because that's the reality. Like I know earlier on when we first came in, people were looking, especially Auckland. A mate of mine, or DJ, was driving his boy into an industrial area to drop him off, and then he was trying to have to mangle his way out to get back around, and then he had to accommodate to, I've got to get back in traffic and blah, 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 blah. But actually what this project's going to achieve in terms of serving the community, especially Te Manawa School, which is already at, 500 plus kids in 2 years, is immense. One thing, and I want to make sure we're getting that message, is around even serving the West Dune community and what's been built. Because how many homes in here, boys?
115.
So and that's a big chunk of people, actually.
It's a lot of people.
It's a lot of people. It's a lot of people, and we're trying to help. You know, we're moving along to try and help first home buyers and all that sort of stuff. And again, the partnership is like first home buyer, had my child, need to go back to mahi. Oh, cool. Now I can come back and be part of this, but the daycare too. So it's been awesome. What else is going on for Venture at the moment? You guys got a few other projects, obviously here, Hamilton, things like that?
Yep, it's a good question, Ray, and just need to talk to you actually about the Smiths Farm development over in...
Yes.
So we've got a childcare site earmarked for you.
Yes, we're in. First.
Yeah, so that's a 350 lot subdivision off Cambridge Road, so that'll be could be a good area for you guys. So that's on the cards for 2027.
Awesome.
Development's been a bit tricky the last few years, but we're very fortunate to partner with Freedom Village and build a lot of their houses, all their houses at a retirement village level. So that's been great. I guess we're just trying to, ride out the downturn and look to, continue focusing certainly around Papamoa anyway, and continue to build the communities around here. So that's our main
Actually, one thing I'll shout out to, I forgot, mate, because our daughter's Marla's just started tennis. Man, you guys did a good job down there too. Far out, the tennis is a great statement for venture developments. My daughter, she's just found this love of tennis, and she goes down there, and what a community project that is.
Yeah, have you seen the plans for the new community centre down there?
No, I haven't. Oh, wicked.
So Martin's been busy drawing those up, so they're on the cards. They're just trying to sort their funding out at the moment.
Yeah,
so
awesome.
Huge plans for that centre, so trying to bring it up to be sort of the premier centre in the Bay.
It's just when you go there on the Tuesday and it's just packed. It's just packed. It's awesome, and it's it kind of because Tokoroa, where I brought up, had a massive community centre around tennis, rugby, that sort of same thing. But like the go in, all the floodlights, everything. Man, you guys have done a bloody good job. Oh yeah, so when's that due to come online?
I don't know. Have you been
Nah, not yet.
Sort of Jared, our
We've got away.
CEO, has been mostly involved in that one, but I have seen the plans across my desk. But as far as I know, there's going to be a big, major, I guess, development of a new clubhouse, and
awesome.
there were talks of putting a roof over parts of it. I'm not sure if that's happening, but there's a bit going on down there. So.
What's behind that, boys? Like obviously, we love it. Your community involvement. And I know Venture's not just done tennis courts; you've done heaps of stuff.
Shout out to Greta Maris Rugby.
Oh yes, that's right. Yes, Greta Rugby. Yep. There you go, Greta. Here we go.
Yeah. Good plug.
Well, yeah, because you guys get in behind a few community things and coffee over here and all sorts.
Yeah. I mean, as you know, Ray, being a part of the community is key. It's central. It's been a member of a society that your staff can be proud of, and sponsoring things that you believe in. And fortunately, I guess around this area, there's plenty of those projects to be involved in. I mean, you've been involved in a few yourself, no doubt.
Yeah. The tennis one's a big one, and it's like Courtney and I, we're backing some projects at Tātai and all sorts, and exactly the same thing. Believe in it, and hopefully carry some values in, and solve some problems from people, not just with a check, but also with trying to bring some experience in that space. But I think, it's exciting to hear about the clubhouse, because the amount of kids I see down there on Tuesday night, and I'm just talking about Tuesday night, is just a credit to what Venture's done for that space.
Oh, thanks very much.
Yeah. Well, boys, we'll wrap it up. We look forward to opening. We're talking about July 1st opening. All things going well. I'm going to pray to all sorts of gods to ensure that we're really pumped up about opening Future Focus West Dune. And we again, just a huge thank you from Courtney and I for you guys' work. And we look forward to the Smiths Farm one coming online.
Thanks, Ray, and thanks, Courtney. And make sure anyone listening brings their kids down to Future Focus West Dune and gets them enrolled.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Applause.